Hello, it's Billy here again. I'd like to touch on apparatus that I call the pole target. And what it is it's a piece of 1-inch PVC, and I use it for accuracy, whether it's stick, blade, punches, or in this case I'm going to show elbows tonight. And the whole idea is having a thin target like that. When you're practicing throwing elbows, a lot of time people don't concentrate on exactly where the elbow is going to land. And so if you have a thin target, you all the time have to practice exactly where your elbow is going to go, you know, and that's what you want to do. And a lot of times I look at that as the center line. So when you look at the spine of the body or the center line, the nose is lined up with it, the chin's lined up with it, the sternum's lined up with it. It just, in my opinion, it gives you a lot of good feedback on exactly how you're attacking the center line. So when you hit somebody, you're trying to hit their center line. It does two things. Obviously it hurts. Number two, you're controlling their center by hitting their center. Instead of you hit somebody in the shoulder, it just moves the shoulder, hit somebody in the arm moves. But if you hit somebody in the center of their body, it has a lot of power, and especially when you're trying to be invasive, you know, to shut somebody down that you can't run from, or you're trying to help somebody else. So that's the idea. You know, when you're hitting that pole target, you want to think forward, and you want to think towards the center. So let me show you some things. Okay. Everyone's familiar with the elbow slash, correct? It's your elbow starts here and comes across. Okay. I'm going to turn this way a little bit so you can see. The elbow comes across and it's going to hit the target. See the piece of tape? Okay, on me, that's pretty much my jaw or my nose or my mouth. It could also be the hinge on the jaw if it's done from the side. But the object is you start forward, you come down. Step this way, come down. Keep your eyes on what you're doing when you strike. Boom, okay? Everything comes right through. Try to go right through. What you don't want to do is don't strike and turn your body, expose your back to the pole. That's not a good idea. Okay? So just right forward, practice hitting. Okay, condition your elbows too. Forward. You don't have to hit it hard. You just practice hitting. And this pole is mounted on two bungees at the top and the bottom. You probably can't see them on camera. And it gives us some flexibility, but it doesn't go flying all over the place. Okay? So the second one was called an elbow spike. So when we do an elbow spike, your hand comes up, and you want to try to almost touch the side of your head or check your ear and spike forward. Okay. So when you elbow spike, you just spike forward. Same thing with this side. Okay. One of the reasons you want to keep your hands up when you're using your elbows is because then you can fold right over the top of somebody grabbing you or punching you, whatever you're throwing. If your hands are down here, that's no good. You don't have any leverage, and you end up hurting your rotator cuffs. You keep your hands up, and your elbow comes straight down. Boom. Okay? Straight across. Okay? Now, an uppercut elbow, just like an uppercut, it can come straight up. It could be a 45. Same kind of thing. Yeah, you strike. Your hand will go across your face a little bit. When you're this way, your hand will go across your face a little bit. Okay? Now, downward elbows, your palm's going to face down. Come downward. Okay? Practice downward. When you're doing this thing, it's exactly coming down on the head, coming down on a collarbone, a shoulder muscle, leg. You can also do this stuff low. But the idea here is just get used to using the elbow strikes. Last but not least is spin. Turn, up, turn, boom. Okay, you turn. What you want to do when you turn, like when you spike, you jump. Okay? And when you turn, you want to step out. You could also use the defensive skills. Slip, bump. Okay? Same thing, slip, bump. Okay? You practice these things with the tutorials that I showed, all the other defensive skills. And it's kind of cool. You start to put some stuff together. Now, why would you use elbow? Well, very close range tool. It's inside punching range, right? You can't reach with the elbow yet. But if we're advancing, okay, say they slip or they cover or they move a little bit, but you're coming forward. you hit and you miss. His head's right there, and you hit him. Okay. The other cool thing is, with an elbow strike too, you find yourself in a weird position like bent over. You can strike upward. You can strike through the backhand elbow. Interesting stuff comes. But the one thing you want to try to do is focus the center line. Okay. See, if I'm standing in front of the pole, see how the center line goes up and down my body here? You can't pretty much go wrong if you focus on these aspects. And again, you just have fun with it. And you know, your elbows can be tender. You know, you could also wrap some foam around these things if you want. You know, but after a while, you can start, and you know, if you've conditioned your elbows okay, it'll be fine. It just takes time. Just practice and practice and practice and practice. Same thing with the upper part of your shin bones. You know, you condition them after a while for a moderate impact. You don't want to be fanatical about it or go crazy, you cause injury. Okay, that's what I wanted to share tonight. Everybody have a good evening. And please follow me on YouTube, Billy Boston on YouTube. And feel free to throw me a question, or if you guys want a workshop or something like that, billyboston@gmail.com. I also have Combative Fitness Workshop at hotmail.com. That's my business name. All right. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Take care.